What's up, guys?
Bond, James Bond. Look at you.
I barely made it. It was like literally like
Man, you look good, brother.
1 minute. Like I was just like, I'm not even gonna change. I'm just gonna come straight to Collection Wars.
That's
And
right.
here I am. What's up, Michael? How you doing, man?
I'm good. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? We got a bunch of our friends already up on here. But
Yeah.
the first one I want to put on there. What's what's going on here? What's going on here? It's got some dirty pics going around. um, all right. So what's up, Jeff? How you doing?
Good to see you, Jeff.
Obi
Thanks for joining.
Man, what's up, McFly? McFly. Sean, what's up, Sean? How you doing, man? Jose, Marcel, what's up, Marcel? Yeah, yeah. I was. Well, I'll talk about that in a little bit. Hey, yeah, right. Yes, that kind of
Mhm.
meeting. What's up, Scott? How you doing, Scott? Jason, what's up, dude? Guillermo, what's up? Evan, what up, Evan?
Thanks for hopping in, Evan. Yeah, that's cool.
Jose,
How you doing, Janine?
yeah, yeah. Scotty, what's up? Or did I just say Scott?
I am underdressed. I'm like, Gabe, go put your tank top on.
Right? Two different spectrums. Go. You look, I didn't have my tie on. I got the tie off.
Oh, dude, that tank top.
Chris, what's up, Chris? I know, right? Armando, what's up? Kelvin. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
gonna call you Kevin. Kelvin, Janine, what's up?
Thanks for joining us, Kelvin. Left
Yeah,
coast, Pete.
what's up, Pete? What's up? Yeah, looking snazzy. I know,
Yeah.
right? Starcare, what's up? Um, yeah, no, I that's we were kind of we were talking about this because I had this event. So I'm on the board of directors for this nonprofit, and they wanted me to kind of speak on about my story and kind of my journey. So I had to give a little speech there.
Cool.
But yeah, just came straight home. I didn't even like because the girls haven't even grabbed dinner, so they're just like, we're just gonna drop you off, and then we're gonna go get food. I'm like, all right, peace. Ran in here.
Very cool.
Yeah, we got to change that dress code from now on,
I
Michael.
know. Right?
Yeah,
No
we're just
more collection wars or what? I'm gonna get a
it's
tank
either,
top collection wars shirt.
yeah, it's either tank top. We're both gonna be wearing tank tops and or muscle tees. We're gonna do the
Uh, and some parachute pants.
yeah.
So
What?
Gabe, let me ask you just right out of the gate, dude. So I know the pre-order for Regal Robots Weekway is getting ready to hit. Are you
Yeah,
on
let's do
board?
it. I am. I am.
Yeah.
I am. I am.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was telling everybody, yeah, no, but I'm gonna be on board too.
So here's the thing. Let me pull up. Let me see if I can pull up. So see if there's. I know Tom posted. There it is. All right, because I want to show this because the reservations start on Tuesday, I believe, right? The 27th.
That's correct.
Um, so that's when the reservations start, and there's going to be two different editions. There's going to
What's that, Matt?
be there's going to be a signature edition,
Hmm.
and then a regular edition, right?
Yep.
Which this is kind of cool because we haven't seen Ken Ralston sign kind of pretty. I mean,
No.
besides the regular autograph stuff, like, and there's never really been a collectible that they signed, so that's kind of cool. So that's kind of what did it for me. You know what I mean? I wanted to get that autograph, and then once I started looking at it, because at first I was like, ah, man, that thing's creepy looking. I don't know
With
if
the
I like.
hair is pretty cool, right?
Yeah, but then in like with the little necklace, and then I already got the Jabba, got the Max Rebo. I was like, at this point, I might as well just keep going with the Return of the Jedi figures, especially like the Jabba,
Yeah.
Jabba ones.
So is this? I mean, because I know Tom has done a crap ton of the Phil Tippett thing. So is did Phil Tippett do the majority of the maquette mock-ups?
I think a lot of them he did, right? I think that
Yeah.
was he was kind of head the right spearheading that project. Um, and I know Tom posted a like a interview
Right.
with Ralston, um, and I think it should be on here. Well, it's definitely on their social media and stuff. So kind of, I haven't been able to watch it. I just haven't had the chance to watch it, but um, this one seems kind of like the more intricate maquette out of it. And obviously, Phil Tippett didn't do this one, but look
Right.
how crazy, like even just like the I guess those rings, or I don't know what they
Yeah.
are, the hair.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I
I
mean it's
never noticed
definitely,
the ears,
yeah,
like
right. His ears are,
vampire ears.
and it's big, right? I mean, obviously
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the
You think? Yeah. Yeah. So you're right. It is. Man,
yeah,
that gives you a good perspective. Actually, how big it is looking at it
yeah,
there. Huh.
yeah, because
Pretty
I mean
cool.
the job at seeing, then this is what I'm talking about, right? Like as a
Mhm.
completist, I'm already like, oh man, now
I know.
Tom's got me. He's got me.
Exactly. I've seen a lot of photos. I'm gonna go get. Hang on. I want to show you guys this
Yeah,
book. Hang on. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna
yeah,
leave Gabe to talk. Go. I'll be right back.
yeah, yeah. No, you're good. But yeah, I mean, I guess who else is getting this? Anyone else down for this? Mm, yeah, it's super detailed. It looks great together. And I know the Max Rebo one. Obviously, there's that one. There was two versions, right? There was a signature edition and the regular one, and it's kind of nice, that every single one. I mean, I don't think every single one's going to, but I think Tom mentioned that that's kind of the plan. Like he wants to have kind of two versions of every maquette, and of course, not all of them are going to be like that. But yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I agree with you, Jason. I think it's definitely just more detailed. It almost feels more like a prop, right? Like as opposed to, you know, like the tauntaun. How you're mentioning the tauntaun. Oh, sorry.
Hey,
Um,
do you guys recognize this book?
yeah,
Have you seen this book before, Gabe?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So look, this I was looking through this the other day, and we've seen the ones like the video that you pulled up one time, which was really really cool. But this was cool. Let me show you. Some of you guys might know what I'm going to do here, but it's going to show you all this. It's Empire. Return. Here we go.
That's
Yeah. So look at this. Can you put me on the big?
yeah,
Check it out. So this right here, it shows a lot of the maquettes.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
There's the X Rebo.
Yep. And then you can see right where my finger is right here, the one
Yeah,
Tom just did.
there's the weak way.
Yeah, and then you can see on the bottom the Bib Fortuna right there.
Yeah, dude, and the Droopy McCool and like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and I'm sure Tom got most of those right scanned. Hopefully, it'd be really cool to start seeing some of those. I think the hopefully,
I like the Good Morning Guards,
I
those.
like me too.
You know what
Yeah.
my favorite is, Gabe, is that I don't have them in here, but my favorite, and it'd be badass if Tom would do one. I
Hmm.
bet Joel could do a really kick ass one, but the Wicket, the Ewoks,
Yeah.
have you seen those? They're really cool looking.
The concept maquettes.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, who knows what he scanned? I mean, I know he scanned a ton of them, but I guess we'll wait and see. I'm really hoping he scanned the whole Jabba's band, right? So I know Droopy McCool, he for sure, because he kind of dropped that at Celebration, right? There's a little shadow of it.
Yep.
So I think that's that one. But what's her name? Size Noodles, right?
Right. Right.
That one looks like it's a bigger maquette. It's kind of a longer one.
Yes.
Looks like it might be a little more fragile, right? Because of the like little thin legs. So we'll see.
And
But I
then
mean,
look at that. Here's a couple other ones you can
oh, there you
see.
go. Yeah. All the other Jabas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those are. I don't know if I would get the other Jabas to tell you the truth, just because I
Yeah.
have that the one. Um, but some of the henchmen and the creatures for sure.
Yeah. This book is real cool. Steven said he just picked this book up. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's. But yeah, Pete brought up the Wampa. This isn't the maquette one, but I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, the maquette Wampa. I've talked to him about that several times. I'm almost positive he's going to do that for sure. But who
Hopefully,
knows?
yeah.
Who knows?
That'd be a great one to do.
Yep.
Um, yeah, the Wampa. I hope he does. And again, what's funny is that I never really thought I would be even interested in these
Maquettes.
maquettes, right? Like
Yeah.
I was really like, it's they're not really prop replicas per se, but the more I get them and the more I see them, I'm just like, it's a little piece of history, and that's what attracts me to them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're little historical figures, right?
Yeah.
That's what they use to kind of create the bigger one.
Thank you, Jason, for the compliment on the 3PO head. Yeah, that
Yeah,
that one. So that one I actually got from when I got my Don Post. He had that head and threw it in, and the reason for that head was it was supposedly more accurate than the Don Post. And I'm
yeah,
telling you right now, you cannot tell the difference. And this is the one that you guys know. I had the Anthony Daniels sign and put it on there, but that
yeah.
one it came from the UK. I can't remember who did it. I think back then, and when I say back then, it was 10 years ago. I think it was like a $25 to $3,000 head. So
Mhm.
yeah, but
Crazy,
thank
man.
you.
But yeah, man. What any new stuff, Michael, that you've been getting?
Um, no, guy, I've been, the last thing I got was, I mean, I got something non-related. I got yesterday. This is pretty cool. To you got for the 6 scale guys, but I got. I'll send it. It's nothing. It's Vito. Um, Don Corleone. Don Corleone.
Oh,
Hot toy.
that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I forget. It's not Hot Toys, but it's pretty damn detailed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, no, I've just been working this week a lot on as the restaurant is going with the plumbing stage. We're getting ready to set up for the concrete pour in a week. But I've been going. I went and picked up. I got the wheels in from the DeLorean.
Yeah, let me show those.
Yeah, I
You
got
sent
the,
me
the
pictures.
DeLorean tires and wheels mounted. We're gonna do a video of the build to the guy that's gonna be building it. He's gonna shoot a video. But yeah, it's cool. And these are used DeLorean wheels. They're very difficult to find. They were like $650 a piece for these 15 by 8 inch wheels. It's
Really? Ah,
ridiculous.
I this thing is bugging me because I my laptop won't share like my normal computer does.
Yeah, I remember
So
you were saying that the other on the show.
weirdest thing. So yeah, there's the tires.
Yeah, so
Yep.
brand new tires, and
Yeah.
you can just tell on the wheel on the top it's a little bit more beat up. And I could refurbish them
Yeah.
and paint them real easy because they're going to be indoors.
Yeah.
But and obviously the blue will be white on the vehicle bridge. But I'm gonna leave them, I think, a little weathered because
Yeah.
um, it's gonna be. I'm gonna even though because the side panels are like brand new, but I want to weather it up a little bit because I mean it just went through time and crashed into the wall, so I want it to look really legit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, those are cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Um I picked up a couple things this week. I got the MYC escape pod that came in today. I,
Oh,
I I ended up, yeah. So that was an interesting kind of little trade. So you remember I got those three lightsabers, the Obi-Wan lightsabers,
yep, yep,
right? The ones from D23.
yeah,
Um, well, I was gonna sell them, right? Because I didn't really collect those legacy sabers and all that stuff. But George, he was interested in them. And I mean, the thing is, like, they're selling on eBay for $1,000, $1,200. So, after I was like, yeah, I'm gonna flip them. I'm just gonna put them on eBay and just kind of get rid of them, at the going rate. Um, but then when George, said he was interested in him, I was like, oh, well, I feel like, I feel icky flipping it on someone that I know. Like, I don't want to,
right.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
So instead, what I proposed, I was like, why don't we do a trade? I'll trade you the lightsabers for your MYC escape pod. And he agreed, and we swapped. I sent him the lightsabers. He sent me the escape pod, and it's really cool. I mean, it's a cool piece. You have that, right, Mike? You ended up
not the only MYC one I have was the probe droid.
with the probe drill. Okay. No,
Yeah,
it's really cool. It's smaller, right? Which is great. Like, I mean, for space wise, because I know the original one's a lot bigger.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, no, it's such a cool piece, and it displays really well. Um, and then I just picked up that helmet down there from Lee, the tank trooper
very cool.
from Rogue One. Yeah, Lee was gonna get rid of it, and I was like, I'll take it. Like, I like the clean version, so there's that. What else? Oh, I updated this. Mike, did you see I posted a video that I weathered that little Lola doll, right? The little toy. So I don't know if so
Oh,
this
very
this
cool. No,
yeah, so this little toy right here, it used to be all plasticky looking, and I re-weathered it. I like did all the dents. I just made it more like a prop replica.
yeah,
And then I even
fantastic.
did a custom base. So if you guys are interested on how to make this, um just yeah, hit me up. But basically it's a candle from Hobby Lobby that unscrews, and then you could actually unscrew the little plug from the feet and screw it directly on here. So then it makes it a little
Yeah,
kind of
because I know a lot
fancy.
of the viewers actually bought that.
Right, right, right. And I've been getting a
Did a
lot
good
of
job
positive
in the
feedback
weathering.
about, yeah, because I did a tutorial on how to weather it
Hmm.
so it looks more screen accurate.
Very
And
cool.
it's night and day, man. Like, I mean, from how it originally comes to that, it's like a must. Like, if you get that, you have to, or else it just looks like a toy. It looks like a plastic little toy.
That's
So I'm
really
glad,
cool. Hey,
I'm glad I did the little video and was able to show people, give them a little bit of courage on
yeah, that's definitely fun too. The
on
weathering.
weathering it. Yeah, and it's a
So
little.
that's cool. That's really cool. I was gonna say. So Addison was asking what book that is. So, Addison, it says from Star Wars to Indiana Jones, the best of Lucasfilm archives. So it's
Yeah,
half of the book is Star Wars, and the other half, which it's Star Wars
yeah.
Empire and Return, and then the other half is the three main episodes of Indiana Jones. It's a really cool book. It's badass. I actually have a couple of them. I don't know how I end up with two, but
I
yeah,
I
it's really
actually ended up. I ordered another. It's similar to that book. A lot of the same pictures. It's this one, the Chronicles one. Have you seen that one, Michael?
ah.
So
I got one too. Another one.
yeah, it looks like that. It's
Yeah,
the
I have that one.
Yeah, the Chronicle book. And it
Yep.
has a lot of the props and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good
Um,
book actually.
yeah, I found it on Amazon for $90. So I was
Yeah,
like,
that's a good deal. It's
that's a
a
good deal. Yeah.
$250 book.
Right.
I got
Yeah.
another one too. It's a ILM book that I got from one of you guys, an idea, but I don't know, it's somewhere around here, but it's cool because it shows the ET ship and they're very, it was a good reference for Mike Salzo
Yeah.
building my ET ship because
Mhm.
there's not a lot of photos of that. It was
Yeah.
crazy. And I agree, Janine, I'm going to leave it weathered too. So
Yeah.
let's see.
So yeah, man, that's so this week was kind of just kind of busy with Star Wars stuff, just getting stuff in, and little things here and there.
You're busting out of the seams, bro.
The what?
You're busting out the seams.
Oh, Trust me, man. I gotta get. I'm telling. Look, this is the stuff that I already decided that I gotta get rid of. So all the sideshow stuff. So
Oh wow.
all the premium format stuff. Like so, the premium format Emperor and the premium format guards. I gotta get rid of that. The Eddie version 2 Pyro helmet. I gotta get rid of that. Um, the C3PR2D2. Although Matt said he might be interested in it. So
I love that. I mean, the BB-8. I do like
right,
BB-8,
you can take that off. Yeah,
but I like the R2-3PO, man. I have that. It's a badass. It's actually probably my favorite statue I have.
and it's and it what I mean honestly, like
Does it light up? Both of them light up?
yeah, they
Yeah.
light up. I mean, I don't have batteries in them, but
Yeah,
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 they
yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
light up. But yeah, and it was something that I always wanted, right? Ever since it came on, I've had it for such a long time, but it just again, it doesn't fit anywhere. It's something that I would either have to throw out in the living room or somewhere, but it just I got to be very very on point with my collectibles now.
Yeah, definitely. I get it. Shit, man,
Mhm.
I get it 110%. I've got stuff. My gallery's getting so cluttery, like stuff everywhere
Mhm.
that I don't even have places to set it up. You know?
And that's a frustrating part, right? Like it's just like I feel like cluttered. Like okay, like this Emperor thing now. I think I'm just gonna break it down and get it out of here because
I have you
again,
shown that on your deal? I don't remember seeing it on the actual.
no, I haven't. I mean, I should have done a. I actually ended up doing a custom mannequin. I should have done a tutorial on how I did the custom mannequin because see, look at how it's slouched.
Yeah.
I actually had to modify it. I had to cut the mannequin's head and tilt it down and
Did
like
you glue it or what? How did you get his head to tilt?
so I the actual mannequin it has a kind of like a foam or not, I guess not but like
Okay.
soft foam and then like a nylon covering, right?
Yep. Mhm.
So if this head actually unscrews and you could peel that layer off. So what I did is I peeled it. I got a little saw and was like and just like trimmed the angle. And then once I put it back on, the screw part was still there. So all I did is just adapt the screw on there.
Understand.
Glue it.
Understand.
I mean I still kind of duct taped it so it's solid because the cape
Yeah.
that cloak is heavy.
Yeah.
Just the weight of the cloak would have kind of broken it. Um,
Right.
but it worked out great and the hands articulate and the fingers, but it's a half bust, so
Right.
underneath it is just a post with with the big base, which made sense for this because you can't see his feet. So
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, Janine, right, Scott? Yeah, she's getting pretty crazy into that life size, I think. Huh? Hey, Scott, I got a question real quick. So, when I first met you guys, you and Janine, not in person, but just through our show, I thought, oh man, Scott's got this wife that supports him and his little deal and buys him all this stuff. But I'm going to be honest with you, I see Janine getting substantially a lot more things that I know of. Scott, am I
right,
wrong or
I feel
what's
like
going on here?
she's the collector there, right?
Yeah, I mean she's it's like crazy. But yeah, she has an emperor. I think that's pretty. The emperor guard, that is the royal guard. Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah, I mean I'm still gonna eventually display it. Like I said, I've had it in my head now the last month or so that I'm gonna eventually take my little girl's room, like my 4-year-old room, because it's like I said, it's a huge room. I mean, it's a double room. Like it would just be perfect because I could do like the double doors to it. And I
Oh,
just have to figure that part out.
yeah, with one person or what? Hey, dude, off that subject, I'm going to ask you right now, dude. And I know there's a lot of movies, Aliens and Flash
Yeah,
Gordon, and just movies that we know that you saw that you haven't seen.
yeah,
Have you seen Maverick?
no, I know. And you know
Dude,
what? Lee was saying that he was crying like a
I
baby.
know he's mopping up his tears. He said,
I mean,
"Yeah,
yeah.
hey Joseph, yeah, I'll tell you what. Yeah, Joseph's been a little kid at a candy store opening up a bunch of really kick-ass things like some Jazz Inc. He got the Jazz Inc. Batmobile and it's
Yeah,
badass.
I have some pictures, so let me
Yeah.
go through them. Hey, Joseph, unless you want to jump on here and talk about them, you want me to
Yeah,
just show 'em?
absolutely.
Let me let me just send him the link in case he wants to jump on really quick. Give me a second. um sorry, let
Thank
me
you, Sans Prequels. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
all right. Joseph, I sent you the link, but if you can't get on
Yeah,
there,
yeah, he says he's in the car.
oh, he's in the car. Okay.
Yeah.
No
Yeah, well maybe if you get home in time. He's in that little electric car, so it might take a while.
worries.
Uh, he knows
Uh,
I'm about to.
all right. Do you want me, Joseph? Do you want me to show him without texting and driving?
Yeah,
I'll just show
appreciate
him.
you, Armando.
I'll
Yeah,
just
yeah, it's pretty crazy because I'm actually considering right now the Jazz Inc. Batwing. I was talking to Joseph about it for the restaurant, though. You know what I mean? But I'd like to have like the older one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let me now again. This is gonna take me a little bit longer than I usually that it
No,
takes me. I have to do
you're 100%.
I have to do each picture separately, but look at that.
Yeah, that's so cool. And he got it all intact, pretty much. He said he's had such bad luck with the getting his stuff from Jazz Inc. and this one. Man, it's really really cool.
Yeah, I got more, but let me give me a second. Yeah, this is the only kind of crappy part about my laptop for some reason, but all right.
Yeah, Joseph. If Joseph has time to jump on later, maybe he can answer your question, Star Killer, because I'm not real sure about that. Um, yeah, that's cool. Right, Matt's collection. No, 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 no. He said the pinstripes are perfect. Uh, Star Killer. So
Is that the same one that I showed? No.
no, yeah, that's so cool.
Um,
You
back.
definitely want to have the figures, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. That's pretty cool how it has like the what is that, like the parachutes, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. We need to have you back on soon, just to
Oh, there's
give us an
Joseph.
update on some of his newer things.
Joseph.
There he
Hey
is.
guys,
What's up, buddy?
nothing much. How are you guys tonight?
You in the electric car or no?
No. My lovely wife here is driving.
Hey, beautiful. How are you, FF?
Oh,
Hi.
she can't hear you. I have the
Oh, okay.
earpiece in. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
they
Very
sent to
cool.
say hello. Yeah, yeah, so I can tell you a little bit about that. It's
Yeah.
I have to say I'm very very impressed of all the things that I've gotten from Yoast. This is, I think, by far the most well done. This feels like a very manufactured piece, like it was, like it's a Hot Toys vehicle, right?
Well,
The
it's
paint
licensed, right?
application, yeah, it is licensed, but he didn't start out that way. He
Mm.
recently got the Warner Brothers license, but it was after this had been in development for some time. And in fact, when I ordered this, when he first announced it, the price was lower than it is now because he decided to honor the price for the people who ordered it before the licensing agreement. But now, what he has to pay for the license, I think the price for this went up.
Yeah, I understand.
Uh, but the quality on this, I'm I'm really surprised. It definitely looks and feels like a manufactured product. So very much like the Blitzway Ecto one or the Hot Toys Batmobiles or the DeLorean. I do believe that they painted them though, that he and his family painted them, but the pinstripes on mine at least are really good. So you know, obviously a lot of you know my history with getting things from Jazz Inc. has been, you know, difficult because a lot of stuff I get comes broken or there's defective stuff or whatever. And as much as he tries to, you know, he honors all the products and he's been very helpful to try and help me. You know, I've sent things back to him. He's replaced stuff. It's still, you know, it can be frustrating when you're, you know, you're waiting years for something, you're really looking forward to it, and then it shows up and it's not what you wanted or it's broken or something. It's, yeah, I mean, Michael knows how many times I've called him and I'm all like, oh, hi,
Yeah, I thought
Michael.
something like he was like a family member passed away or
Like
something.
somebody died. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but this is a really, really beautiful piece. And I was just, the only thing I was thinking about when I got it was, oh God, I hope it's not broken. Oh, I hope it's not
Yeah.
defective. Oh, I hope, and you know, that's a horrible feeling to have, right? When
Yeah. That did Matt get one of those?
I don't believe so. No, Matt doesn't collect DC stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
really, really cool. Do you have your the figures handy at the house?
they're still boxed.
Yeah,
but
those.
I'll be putting them with the car.
Yeah, that'll be really, really cool seeing that.
Yeah.
Hey, Joseph.
And yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say you sent me also this X-wing cockpit.
The cockpit, yeah. So I wanted to talk about that too. Yeah. So this is a 1/6 scale X-wing cockpit diorama that's done by Austin in the UK, and this was a real treat. So there's a little bit of backstory on this. I contacted Izzy about this particular piece, and at the time I think he was occupied doing some stuff, and he told me that his friend Austin in the UK was already working on, you know, on making this. And so he put us in touch with each other. So that was a great connection. Thank you, Izzy. That was awesome. And when I contacted Austin, he was super nice, really, really wonderful guy, really friendly, great to work with. And I told him, I said, well, look, I have some special requests. I want to put a functioning view screen in there that's going to play the targeting computer sequence. I know that in the film it's in that little scope that's in front of his face, but
yeah,
you know, it makes sense that they might be on the screen as well. So I asked to do that. I actually found the screen and I sent it to him, and it was all pre-programmed. And then I also told him, in terms of the paint job, I wanted to do what Jason Eaton had done for his Red 5 for the model that he just showed at Wonderfest. So I sent him a bunch of photos, and he tried to replicate the paint, which he did a beautiful job with. So it's all, you know, 3D printed parts and stuff like that, and it's but he did a great job, and I'm just over the moon with it. It's really, really nice, really good quality, and I'm very happy with it. Yeah. And I can't wait to get the X-wing to get Luke. Huh?
Yeah.
I was saying it would be badass to have the whole ship.
Sorry.
Michael, yeah. There, yeah. That's okay. Michael wants the whole ship. Michael wants the whole 6.
Oh, the whole ship.
To have the whole complete.
Yeah. Dave, I have some other pictures of the whole thing so you can see it. I think I may have sent them to you, but it was like a couple of weeks ago, but I'm not sure.
You know, so my wife is telling me this hilarious story. So remember how like they went and they dropped off, you know, they dropped me off and like they went. My wife goes to the store and is like, you know, talking with whatever the person there. She was asking for help finding something, and they're like, excuse me, ma'am, do you know you have something stuck on your back? Well, my kids like joking around at the event, they stuck their name tags like on my wife, like joking, and she knew about it. Like we knew about it because we were like, oh, ha ha ha, funny. She forgot to take them off, so the the employees thought it was amusing that she still had them on her back.
She's walking around.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. But yeah,
So-
did you send those to me, Joseph?
Yeah, I'll send them to you right now. Hold on one second here. Okay. I'll text them to you.
Hey, Joseph, can we show what else you sent me today?
What was that?
Can I show what the other video you sent?
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
You send it to me. Michael?
Gabe also has those.
right now.
Gabe
that-
should also
yeah.
have them. I emailed them to him on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got them all. Let me but I'll
Yeah.
I'll show you. I'll show this for right now, and I'll pull up the.
That just
email.
makes me laugh because of Joseph. You know, seeing him with that.
Michael. But have you?
Yeah.
You like Fifth Element, Michael? You've seen it?
Nah, I mean, I just watched it for the first time recently. So what's the? Yeah, look at that.
Okay, so those of you who know my obsession with this prop know that last year I had been working with a gentleman in the UK to make this, and that he had created a 3D printed prototype which I received, and I loved, and I showed it on the show, and it's a beautiful piece. But the whole purpose of the project and the process was the prototype, but we were going to be doing a final version that would be all metal frame, resin parts, fiberglass, etc. And we made it more accurate because I actually have a fiberglass pull from a screen used shell. So I had that 3D scanned as well as a grip. My friend Greg Nolling has a screen used grip from the ZF1. And so I 3D scanned all of that, sent it to him, and he used that to make this more accurate. And then he created the entire thing. Once we had the final design down, he created it all in metal with the resin parts. And this is now the final version. And in addition to that, he created it so it could be remote controlled like the one in the movie. And he built the remote control into the gaming device that was used as the remote control was used for the prop remote control in the movie. And I found one on eBay for like $10 because it wasn't working, and I shipped it to him. He gutted it. He worked a remote control into it. And now the whole thing is remote controlled. So it can be sitting behind a glass case, and I can deploy everything with the remote control, just like in the movie.
That thing's badass looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
So these are, so those are his
So
pictures.
it's Fifth Element, Armando, right? Fifth Element.
Yeah,
that's from Fifth Element. That's the Zorg Industries ZF1. It's called. It's been an obsession of Adam Savage's too. He's been trying to create a prop of this for a long time.
But I bet he hasn't nailed it like this one.
Oh
nope.
Yeah.
no, he hasn't. But I did show him that when I sent him the video and stuff, and I think he purchased a kit from the same guy now to make one himself. So I'm really happy with it. These pictures are from Jake in the UK. So I am keeping my fingers crossed. He shipped it out on Friday. I am hoping that I receive it in one piece.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right.
My wife is telling me I'm going to jinx it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
So are you gonna keep is your other one camouflaged too?
the other one's identical, except it's 3D
Okay.
printed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna keep
So-
them both?
Friend.
No, actually,
let's see.
the first one.
Froze
Nope.
up.
Froze up. Good. Perfect timing to freeze up, Joseph.
Oh, sorry. I said, assuming he still wants it, the person who called dibs on it is up in the upper left hand corner there.
I understand.
This guy.
So
Yeah.
so Gabe is gonna,
So
assuming
yeah,
he still wants it.
yeah. I I really have to like visualize where it's gonna go in that other little space because I mean the thing is, right? I want the kind of the iconic props from the movies that I like, right? And
Right.
Right.
for
Hey
for Fifth
guys,
Element, yeah,
let me just hop off for a second and I'll
yeah,
hop back on in a little. I gotta get my little girl out of the car.
of course.
Sounds good.
Later.
Oh,
See you in a minute.
okay. Okay.
We'll see you in a minute.
So yeah, I had talked to him about it, and you know, I wanted something to represent that movie, and I have the little key, like the one that the you haven't seen it, but
Nah,
there's one of
I've
those
only seen
robots.
parts of it.
Yeah, it has the key, and I want the stones, but then I was like, man, that ZF1 would be awesome. Is that Conan Carbonite the one you built? No, this is the Elusive Concepts one. Michael Michael got who told me not to do it, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
I got rid of my I got rid of the one that I built, and then I got the licensed one. And again, I think because this one's a direct cast from the original one, so I mean,
But it isn't even as good as the
it
one that Gabe built on his
yeah.
own.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you
yeah,
built.
the paint job's not the greatest. It's all wonky, but
Yeah,
again, I wanted that lineage. I wanted it, directly.
I know. I know how you are about that. That's
So,
funny.
but yeah, so that's the Elusive Concepts.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, man, it's crazy that it doesn't seem like things are slowing down in the Star Wars universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's still going. Have you
yeah.
thought about Europe? You're not going to go to Europe celebration, are you?
The only, I mean, I
Some of
don't
the
know.
companies are
I'm,
asking.
I'm, I'm not gonna go. Yeah, I'm not gonna just go like on my own. Like if I get invited somehow, then yes, maybe I'll go. But um, yeah, I'm not gonna go. And
Gotcha.
especially because I mean, it would be have to take the whole family. Uh, they're not
Right.
gonna enjoy the convention. I mean, they're just like, you know, they don't enjoy it the same way I do. I don't
Hey,
know.
about 3:30 this morning, Gabe, I watched a movie called The Beast Must Die. Have you heard of that?
The Beast Must Die.
Yeah.
No, let me
Guess
look it
who's
up.
in it? Peter Cushing.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it was done in 1974. It's
like a
about a
Hammer
werewolf.
film.
It's pretty cheesy, but
Yeah.
it's like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's a ham. It's probably a Hammer film. Yeah. Yeah, I actually haven't seen that one. No.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's one of
Well,
those,
most of those 1970s Hammer films were pretty low budget. So
yeah. So Fifth Element, that's with Bruce Willis, right? He's in it.
yeah.
It's a pretty sexual movie, right? There's a lot of like exotic dressed women and stuff in there, and kind of like
Uh,
Buck Rogers, like type.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it
Uh,
takes place in the future, and there's like,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of bright colors, a lot of like,
Yeah,
yeah, kind of crazy outfits. Um, but it's almost it's. I don't want to say it's a family film because it kind of isn't because it's still an action, But
Mhm.
I mean, it's pretty funny at times. So definitely, it kind of reminds me of like the style of it's like Last Action Hero and like those like those Schwarzenegger movies where they're like
Gotcha.
kind of adult, but they're also for kids almost or young people. There's Joseph.
Gotcha.
Hey guys.
Hey, Joseph.
So there were actually a couple of, I don't know, I missed the rest of the conversation, so I don't know where you guys are at now. But there is there are a couple of other pieces I wanted to show you.
Yeah, sure.
Ah, so I had a field day today. I've been unpacking and stuff, and
Christmas.
yeah, I mean, I'd love to sit and talk to you guys in more depth about some of these other pieces, but I'm gonna have to put my little girl to sleep in a little bit. But let me show you
Oh
these.
yeah.
Let me flip the camera here.
I'm gonna put you on
Oh,
on big
there,
screen.
there we go. Okay, I don't know if you can hold on.
Yeah.
Is that the DMC? DM
Yes.
one?
So this is the DMD Emperor.
Gabe, you know who that guy is?
Yep.
Yeah,
And let me
yeah.
tell you something.
Yeah,
This is
Dan's in our group. Dan's in our.
That's
Mhm.
right. Yes, yes.
Right.
Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. I mean, the I don't think the camera does it justice. It looks a little washed out in the video, but in real life, it's much more nuanced, and the shading on the face, the details on the face are amazing.
Is that real cloth or no?
No, it's
God, it looks
sculpted.
real.
Yeah. And here's the thing, this is the crazy thing. It's got so many switch outs. There are 3 other heads here with
Wow.
varying degrees of different expressions. It comes with 8 arms, so 4 pairs of arms for different things. There's in the back you can see the
hands and
the hands with the electrical, the lightning coming out of them.
is that
So
quarter
that's a
scale
switch
or
out.
third scale?
This is quarter scale.
Okay.
Quarter scale. So this one is pretty amazing. I honestly, I almost wish there weren't so many switch outs, because it's like, you can't display all of them, and then I got to find a place to put all the rest.
Right.
But it's really, really fantastic. And then it's got this light up base, which is really cool. And yeah, I really love this piece.
Yeah, I wish I could have got his Wampa, one of his Wampas.
There are a couple of other pieces that I have on order with him. He's doing a Mandalorian and Child, which looks pretty dynamic, and then he's also doing a Darth Talon, which I'm really excited about. That one looks amazing. And then I also got this custom Silver Surfer statue, which I set up today.
Man. Sorry. Let me put you back on the big screen.
Oh, okay. So this is pretty.
Yeah, it's badass looking.
Yeah. And this is also quarter scale. But the paint application on this is really beautiful. The sculpt and the paint job on the Silver Surfer, on the character himself, is amazing.
Yeah, it looks really cool. God,
Yeah.
even on the board, the waves. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. And then here is I don't know if you showed the pictures I sent of the X-Wing, but here's
that thing's huge.
Yeah. It actually looks a lot bigger in pictures and stuff than it is in real life. I mean, there's my hand.
God, that thing is huge, man. That is so cool. And Joseph, you said that R2 does fit in the back, right?
Yeah, and this opens up. The chair comes out so you can strap Luke in. There's R2, and there's a little shelf in there for him to sit on. Yeah. But he did a beautiful job on the painting. I mean,
yeah, that looks great.
So is he going to sell these, or what's the deal?
He does sell these. He does. So if you contact him, he'll make one for you. And he's also making a Y-wing cockpit right now in 6 scale, and a B-wing cockpit for Joel.
Oh, very.
So that's a really cool piece.
Don't do it, Michael. Don't do it.
And there is, of course.
Yeah.
That one I'm waiting to get finished. I think I may have shown those before.
I don't remember.
And then this is Harley Quinn from Sideshow, which is really nice.
And is that your Yoda?
And there's the Yoda. So finally, I wanted to talk about this in a little more detail. I finally got this from Philip, the replacements, right? Because for those of you who don't know the full story, I ordered this, a year and a half ago, along with Michael and David, and a lot of other people ordered them.
Yep.
And when I received mine, it had been painted in such a way that it was like this very lime green color. like a very like almost a fluorescent yellow, and then had some pretty heavy charcoal application to the face, which I wasn't really thrilled with. He looked like, I was joking, I was calling him Key Lime Yoda, who just came out of a coal mine.
Yeah.
And so I talked to Philip and told him, how unhappy I was with it, and he was very sympathetic. He understood how I felt. I think he felt really horrible about it. And so he promised to make a replacement set of head and hands repainted. And so he did that. After about 6 months, I received them recently, and I finally put Yoda together. I didn't have the heart to even assemble the last one just because I was so unhappy with the head, with the paint job.
Yeah.
So he actually sent me these, and the paint application is much better. It's still not perfect. This is a kind of on the minty green side, as many of you can probably tell. But it is about 1,000 times better than the last one.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with it regardless. And I think this one just needed a little bit of warmth to it. I'm not sure if that's possible. I may try and add some pastels to warm it up, and then I also repainted the fingernails because the fingernails were just white. So I redid those. Huh?
Are you gonna weather the cloak?
I would like to. David did his, but I don't know if I have the skills to do what David did.
I'll show you how I did mine one time.
Yeah. So I don't know. I may just leave it. And then of course I got the Vision bust here.
Dang, that thing looks crazy.
Yeah, this one. Let me show you. Actually, here, let me turn it on. Find the switch in the back here.
It's unbelievable. All the different type of things.
And this is Queen Studios, right?
This is Queen Studios, but this is it's just fantastic. The detail in this thing.
Crazy. And the likeness. I mean, they got it spot on.
Yeah.
That Bruce Lee, you're teasing
me. And of course you've seen.
That shit is badass.
Yeah.
Dude.
His stubble.
And now he does it.
Yep. And then there's the.
Look at those hands, man. Oh, wow.
It's all silicone. It's crazy.
Is that the guy, the company that's doing my Terminator, Joseph?
That's, Infinity.
Okay.
Infinity Studio. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do beautiful work. And then, of course, you saw this.
Yeah.
So this thing is huge. I don't have it plugged in. I moved the plug, but so it's not all lit up. But this thing is it's 40. I think it's like 41 inches.
Wow.
Yeah, that thing's
the paint job on it is beautiful, and and the flame effect is removable. It just attaches with a magnet, but it's translucent, so the lights show through it.
Yeah, they look really cool. The colors and the lights.
Yeah, and these are actually fabric.
Yeah, Gabe showed some good pics.
Yeah. So these are really, really amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's the one. I mean, the 89 Batmobile and this Batmobile are the two that I would love. Actually, and I like the Batmobile from the new movie too. The Batman. So it looks more like a Camaro, almost like a muscle
I
car.
love that one, Gabe.
Yeah.
I remember Yost was teasing us with the pictures. Remember, that was actually the first time he revealed was on our show.
Yeah, I remember that.
And there's one other thing I want to show you guys, but I feel like I don't know if I should wait because I want to give it more attention. But here,
don't be teasing.
You
got a problem, dude.
Thanks.
Have you seen that show, Hoarders? Holy shit, Joseph! My brother, man, you need a help displaying.
Well, it'll get done. It'll get done.
Holy crap! Those Batman things, dude. That one right there to the left. Which one is that one behind her?
This is the J&D.
Tumblr?
Which the
Behind
Batman?
her. Yeah, no, to your right, down on the ground.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Tumblr.
This one?
Yeah,
Oh, the Tumblr. The
Tumblr.
Right?
That thing where the Batman. Yeah, what is that?
That's the bat. That's the flying bat that Hot
Oh,
Toys
that's
made
not
from
oh
the
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
This thing
Dude,
is
that is
amazing because
badass.
it has functioning propellers and fan blades and lights and everything. When you can turn it on with a remote control, it's pretty amazing.
Is it 6 scale?
Yeah. Oh no, it's 1/12 scale. 1/6
Okay.
scale would be massive.
Okay.
Um,
There you go, Gabe.
I know, man. I know
And
that
that's
89.
and that's the one you like?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the '89 Batmobile.
Yeah.
And then the tumblers are there. Those are the ones you were talking about earlier,
Yeah,
Michael.
there they are.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I think.
That's still available. I got to get.
They reissued it.
Okay.
They reissued it.
Man,
And
I
then
want
I
that
got this one
DeLorean
too
right
recently.
now.
That's the
Jeez.
Harley Quinn from J&D. And then I got these recently too. Those are the Tai Chi shoes that
Oh,
Uma
no.
Thurman wore in Kill Bill.
Yeah, they're just regular.
They were made by Onitsuka, the company that made them for the film. They don't make them anymore. The last time they were issued, I think, was 2012. So I found them on eBay and I bought a pair.
Oh, those are great. Yeah, man. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
this
to look for those.
Marcel, that's hilarious.
I
Pop
can't
that-
see the
pop
I can't see the comments. So if anyone has any questions, let
Yeah,
me know.
Marcel says I would watch a what?
I would watch Wives of the Collection Wars episode all day talking about their husbands' obsessions.
Yeah,
funny.
well, my wife said she wanted to do a show, but it had to be all wives and no husbands.
That'd be great, dude. I know that we would be. That would be what do they call that when they put those people up on the thing and they bash them to the ground? What is that called?
Yeah. Yeah.
Roast.
Yeah,
A roast,
roast. It'd be
yeah.
a roast for Gabe and Michael and Joseph and every one of
So-
our viewers watching.
So this is what I wanted to show. Now, Gabe, you got to talk about yours before.
Yeah, we're gonna do a whole show on that. But yeah, you could show it for now.
Yeah. Okay, then we can wait, but this is a little teaser. I would really like to do a whole show and talk about Elstree and the
Yep.
history, and talk a little bit about the guy who made these for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are beautiful. This is a limited run set of all three of the
A
wrist
very
laser.
limited run.
Yeah, very limited run. This is number 1 he sent me. So I'm really thrilled with it. It's beautiful. He did a great job on this.
Yeah, everything he does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we're definitely gotta set up a show just to talk about that and
yeah.
get everything going. Yeah.
I think there are a couple of other new pieces. This one's for Michael here.
Oh yeah, the Schwartz.
What is that?
That's-
baseball.
Gotcha.
Oh, and then I don't know if I think I haven't had these uncovered in a while. There's the prop
Hey,
shop.
I see a little bluish.
There is a
purple-
little bit of there's a hint of blue in this.
Yeah,
It actually shows more on the camera than you see it in real life, but
yeah.
That
It's
used to
certainly
be
not
one of
as
your
blue
favorite
as
pieces,
yours.
right, dude?
Yeah, I think they sent you my old one. No,
that would just be my luck, I'm sure.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's funny because it looks a lot. I'm looking at it on my phone,
Yeah.
and it looks really blue
Yeah.
on the phone, but in real life, you can barely see it.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Oh, mine was like it was just missing that top black coat. Nothing was weathered. Like a lot of the little parts were not weathered. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Joseph, I wanted
Yeah.
to talk about this because I know both me and you, we took one for the collecting world on this one, and we took a gamble.
Let's
So
see.
there's this company
Yes.
in Japan. I think it's Japanese, right? That's
Mhm.
making these prop replicas, Star Wars prop
Yeah.
replicas. And
Sugo.
it was kind of an obscure like listing, and it was for the Boba Fett blaster from the new Book of Boba Fett.
Hmm.
And here it is, guys. So check this out.
Holy shit!
Beautiful display. Look at the display. I mean, it's just awesome. It looks like it's a licensed company.
Hmm.
And the images are just beautiful. But
Hmm.
me and Joseph talked about this, and we're like, we've never heard of this company. Obviously, it's
Yeah.
overseas. They're not available in the United States. And it was maybe, I think after taxes, it was probably like maybe like what, $500, $600. So it wasn't like crazy amounts like normally these things would cost.
Yeah.
So both Joseph and I took the leap and
We
said, you know
took the
what? Let's pre-order it. The company's called Force Labs or Force
Yeah.
Laboratory, and I mean the details look amazing and everything. We ordered this back in January
Yeah.
20.
It was
This year,
yeah, January.
and they just sent the shipping notifications. So there looks like they might actually be coming. So
They will be. So I guess we should do an unboxing on
yeah,
or a review
Man, I've
yeah,
on.
never seen it, dude. Thanks for showing that. I like
yeah.
what's in like the handle stock. That looks really cool.
Yeah, and look at the Rancor, like the little Rancor
Yeah.
little pieces
Mhm.
on the base. And here's the thing, like I said, I mean everything that we see is kind of pointing that it's a licensed piece. Uh
Mhm.
but it's just not licensed in the United States because obviously EFX Collectibles would have had to do this piece if it
Right.
was in the United States. So I don't know if it was like they just decided not to, or if it was just they were like, you're not going to make it, all right, we're going to give this company the ability to make it.
Mhm.
So it is just beautiful. I mean, and here's the thing, like as of now it's in stock because they got them in stock because they're shipping.
Yeah.
But check this out, guys, they also now are making Han Solo's
Well,
blaster
yeah.
from A New Hope.
Yeah.
And look at
Now, now I was reading about it last night, Gabe. It looks like it's
the
resin.
resin. The resin,
It's
yeah,
not metal,
right.
but yeah.
But I
It looks
mean,
amazing though. The paint application on it looks amazing.
so I would say let's just wait until Joseph and I get our. Let's just see if we actually get it. Let's see the
Yeah.
quality, and then after that, maybe we could be like, "All right, guys, go for it." I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
because
I'm excited to see what it looks like when I finally have it in hand.
yeah, the
So,
weathering looks great, and it even has that purplish tint. Like
mhm.
how the March replica one has that weird bluish hueish.
Mhm.
I don't know, and I didn't know if that was like actually on the screen use piece or whatever. But this one, you could kind of you see a slight hint of, or maybe it's just my imagination because I've looked at the mass replica one, but
Yeah.
there's like a slight hint of blue. But the weather
Well,
looks great. I
the
mean,
weathering looks better than on the Master Replicas one
yeah,
actually.
I agree. Yeah,
Wonder what the
Yeah.
materials is.
it's
It's
resin.
resin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, Gabe, before you miss it off the screen, Tim Martin says, Gabe, I will send you the in hand photos. You know what he means by that?
Who- For
For
I don't know.
which?
I
which
don't know.
one?
I don't know what he meant.
Did he also order the he may have also ordered the Boba Fett blaster, but we're getting it, Tim. It's on its way to us right now. So when we have it in hand,
Yeah, but maybe Tim might already have it. Tim, are you
or
in
maybe
Australia?
yeah,
Okay,
because they're shipping from Australia.
they're shipping from Australia. Okay, let me pull these out because Tim, are you talking about the Boba Fett blaster?
Yeah, he says it's on a Facebook Messenger.
Okay, yeah, I got. Let me pull it up.
That's cool, Joseph. That one. Hey, in a second, Joseph, you gotta let me see the DeLorean, dude. I've been
Which
really
the Back to the Future one?
yeah, the 6 scale in a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah,
Well, let's
yeah.
take a look at that.
Tim's got him.
Yeah, he's
Oh
got it.
yeah, Tim's got it. Tim, are you in Australia? All right, let me see if I could pull this up.
Oh
Man,
wow.
You see it?
Yeah.
It's actually poly. Look at that. It's polystone. It's not resin. That hey Tim, thank you so much for sending
Yeah.
this. Look at that.
Does it make
A
you
little-
are you excited, Gabe?
It's a little darker than I
Ooh.
thought, but so Tim. Oh, sorry.
Joseph. Ooh.
Ooh.
Is that in the theater piece, Joseph?
That might go on the wall piece. Yeah, but it might be in the theater. I haven't decided yet. I actually contacted Gus Lopez to talk to him about where he got his slat wall from, because his slat wall looks really cool. Because I'm thinking about I'm going to have a whole weapons wall, and I'm just trying to figure out the way to mount. That looks
Hey,
really
Tim,
nice.
did you ask for number 200 out of 200? How'd you manage that? You just got lucky.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
He's saying it was his buddies. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so so I might hang it on the wall with all the other weapons.
Yeah.
Here, let me switch back real fast. After I show you this, I'm gonna have to hop off. I promised my wife I'd put our little girl to sleep
Just
tonight.
set your phone up on a wide so all of us can look at your stuff.
So there's the ZF1 right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, and then by the way, I picked up this little beauty. I don't know if you guys recognize it.
What is that from Space Jam?
No,
What is it?
it's the cotton candy gun from Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, that's funny.
And it works too. It's kind of crazy. Like it's here. Let me show you.
Makes cotton candy.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's a cool piece.
That backpack looks pretty badass, dude. Which one is that?
That's the Boba Fett Empire one. This is the one that
Matches my suit.
yeah, that's the one that Rod actually made
It does.
and finished for me. And then this is the Man of War Man of War was selling these. This is the cape.
Cape. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I also got this recently too. Here we go.
Oh, the Fennec helmet.
Yeah. So I did some repairs on that, but it looks beautiful.
Hey, that's the 3PO bus, the McQuarrie one?
The Ori one, yeah.
God, I love that piece.
And then this, I don't know if you guys saw this recently too. That's the police blaster from Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Do you have anything from the new RoboCop?
The gun. I have the gun from the new RoboCop movie.
Look at that DeLorean.
Oh, and I also picked up this bad boy.
God dang it, Joseph.
I know. It's
the JVC VHS camera.
yeah.
Is it the actual camera?
It's the actual one, yeah. It's a vintage one.
Is it hard to find those now?
Yeah, but this is in beautiful condition.
How much are those going for online if you can find them?
I don't know what they're going for online. I picked this up for $400.
Yeah. Very cool.
Which is a joke, because when they were new, they were probably like $1,000.
Oh, I know. It's all new, improved shit.
And there's the DeLorean.
Yeah, I wanted to see the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I really need to have that to show my guy when he's building that thing.
There's the
so
time
cool.
circuits.
Oh yeah.
Those are life size.
Yeah, I remember you had the interior dash stuff.
Yeah, that's meant to mount to the dash.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, let's see. Is there anything else you guys want to see before I go?
Man, I love seeing that 6.
Man, we could have just like
all the time.
Episode just going through your stuff every time.
That's really cool. It doesn't get old. Badass. Is that the one from Europe?
The RS.
RS.
Yeah.
And this is the Vibroblades. The Vibroblade, the Mando Vibroblade. That was the Hyperdrive exclusive.
Man, I really like that helmet, man, a lot.
This one, yeah. I absolutely love this thing. That's definitely going in the glass case over there. Something's coming out, and that's going in.
Well, where are you going to be putting the McQuarrie Vader?
The Macquarie Vader is also probably going to go in there unless I have it in a separate pedestal with a cover on it.
Like Lee did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one deserves to be by itself.
And then that's the A&J. Oh, and I did just pick up that.
Oh,
That's
Raiders.
Is that the one from? Is that like a?
That's the one.
That's not the one from Disneyland, is it?
It is. It's the.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Where did you find it online?
Yeah, they were selling it on their website. That one, and
the voodoo doll. Did you get the voodoo? Oh, the skull. Did you find the voodoo doll too, or no?
I got the Sakara stone.
I need to get that voodoo doll. That looks so cool. It comes with the little feather too, like
Oh,
from
and
my
then there were these
from my favorite Indiana Jones film.
Yeah, right.
Buck Rogers blaster and the blaster from Battlestar from the original.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a ton of stuff ton of stuff I haven't been able to.
I agree.
Keep up.
And he has a bunch of stuff in boxes, so it's not. This isn't even like what do you think? A third of?
We're still at like, I don't know. We're still at
half.
We're only 20% of the collection, maybe.
Yeah, me and Joseph, we'll just start laughing out loud on the phone together because it's like just so much shit, dude. And we're always like, yeah, I'm gonna take it easy. And hey, dude, did you? And then the next day, hey, did you get that thing? I just picked it up. Yeah, me too. It's like it never ends, dude.
Yeah,
screwed, you know.
I know.
But yeah, Joseph, it's safe to say, man, you have got one of the largest pop culture all around. Just
it's probably fair to say he has the largest. I mean, pop culture. I mean, for reals. There's. I mean, it's extensive.
Oh, I will leave you with one more thing.
I love that Star Trek model. You need to leave it with that badass Star Trek model. Probably one of the most expensive pieces in your.
Dude, and yeah, we haven't even seen the studio.
That's cool.
Like,
can you see that?
Yeah, that'd be cool in the restaurant.
Case.
Well, it's not done yet. I have to put all the stickers on it. Here. And of course all the plutonium.
Yeah, right. Left Coast.
There.
That's cool.
That's so badass.
Yeah. So I have all 12 of the plutonium cylinders that are going to go in there.
Of course
and I have to.
Of course you did.
And I have to finish writing on all of the radioactive stickers. I'm actually working with someone right now to find out what was written on the originals, so I could put it in there.
Joseph, what was next to that box? Oh my God, dude. Yeah.
What was that?
Okay, well, hang on.
It's not plugged in though.
Oh, I know. Guys, I want you to know that is just. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Ben did a good job on that.
He did.
Yep.
Wait a minute. You got two Probe Droids? What Probe Droids are those?
That's the MYC.
What's the other one
next to it?
What one?
Oh, it's a mirror. It's a mirror.
Oh, it's a mirror.
Oh, okay.
It's a mirror.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you got two.
There are two ships there.
Yeah, that is just freaking badass, dude, right there. That's hands down my favorite thing that you have in your collection, dude.
Well, wait till you see the other 30 studio ships.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. Like Joseph's got like, oh man.
Hey,
yeah.
So,
and if you guys didn't know, Joseph also collects Hot Toys, and that's just another collection on its own. Like,
yeah.
Hey, okay. So real quick, next to the box on the ground, that wasn't part of the car, was it? No. Okay.
No,
okay,
that's.
Yeah. That's badass.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was what goes in the middle of those thrusters on the DeLorean on the ground there.
No, hold on. Let me find that. There it is. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when that came out, dude. I wanted that.
It's beautiful. And there's the Apollo that they just did, the Apollo 11 astronaut.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, okay.
Okay, just set it up on a tripod, dude, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, looks really good, dude. Hey, Joseph, thanks for always sharing your stuff with the viewers, man. They, as much as Gabe and I really enjoy it, man.
Yeah, always.
That's funny. Joseph's
That
like,
was,
yeah, I got that. And you're like, of course you do.
of course you did.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, I
Man.
know. See, Joseph's in a similar yet very kind of same space, right? It's like no matter how big the collection is, it's
Yeah.
always the displaying part about it, right?
Yeah.
It could be a
Mhm.
small, collection, large collection, like it's just
Mm.
insane. Like, um,
You know, the thing is, though, and I've said this at least 5 times since we
mm,
started Collection Wars. There's some people out there that are smarter than all of us that have maybe just 2 or 3 really cool things displayed, and it just satisfies them. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
there's just
Hey, sorry guys, my phone battery died, so I just wanted to say goodnight.
Yeah, man. Thank you
As
Alright.
again,
always,
Joseph.
thanks for having me on,
yeah.
and it's always a pleasure to share all of this stuff with you guys.
Love you, brother.
Thank you.
Love you too,
We'll
guys.
talk
Take
All right.
care.
here.
Good
We'll
night.
talk to you soon, buddy.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
see you.
All right.
Okay.
Tell Alf hello.
And we're
I
yeah,
will.
Okay, man. But you hear me though? I mean, you
yeah,
come in here, dude, and in my house, and just that the Eaton McQuarrie
yeah.
sandcrawler back there, dude. I mean, that's it. My figures. I just sometimes I'm like, golly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Steven, you hit it. It was good having you on the other night, Steven. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Um, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, did you see Michael, my kids got
Yes,
featured on the Star Wars Celebration.
that was an incredible
Uh,
honor.
That was really cool. Although there's my wife's a little upset because so on
Why?
Instagram, they posted the picture and all that, and everyone, very respectful. But on Facebook, that's just a whole other world.
Really?
So many disrespectful comments, just
Yeah,
like
who cares?
I know, but it's just super disrespectful. Just even talking about children, right? Like my two
Yeah,
kids,
yeah,
just going in there. So that part, my wife, it just obviously bugged her, and you know, it's but again, that's Facebook. It tends to be kind of a different crowd these days. Like it
What's
just
the negative? What? And that's what's so crazy is, like me and you, Gabe. When you remember when I first
they,
met Gabe, I would post these like videos, and I'd get a couple negative things, and
but
I
this
had
one's
that Gabe talk me down because I wanted to respond to these
yeah,
assholes.
that's how my wife said. Well, these are pretty bad though. Like they're pretty bad because so what ended up happening. So you remember Celebration, right? You were
Yep,
there.
yep,
Nobody was wearing masks. Nobody was. I mean, like
right.
in reality, right? I mean, yeah, everyone was supposed to, but nobody was. They weren't really enforcing them,
Nobody was.
right? And again, I wasn't wearing them the whole time. You weren't. I mean,
Yeah,
we it just wasn't enforced.
right.
Well, my kids, it was on and off. They'd have them sometimes if it got a little too crowded. They'd have them, but they'd
But
take 'em
actually, real quick, Gabe, I'm sorry to cut you off, but if you remember, I think they said you don't have to wear them, just
You
as long
don't
as
have
you
right,
you
right, right.
didn't have to wear
But
a mask.
Star Wars Celebration, the photographer for the
Oh,
actual event came up
uh,
to us and was like, "I would love to take some pictures of your family and your kids, like for the official Star Wars Celebration thing." We were like, "Yeah, absolutely." And they're like, "But unfortunately, because the event was like it was supposed to be mandated, it's like they have to be with their masks." We're like, "That's fine." So we just they had their masks on because we're outside. We weren't
yeah,
wearing masks. We are all outside.
yeah,
So so we put the masks on the kids because they told us to. They said that's kind of the only way to do it because again, the event because it was the official account and it was the
yeah.
official website. So we threw them on there and that's kind of where all the negative comments have come from. That pretty
Really?
much they're saying, all about the masks and all that stuff. But it just I
Oh, I didn't even notice they were wearing masks till you said something right now.
yeah.
I just looked at it. Yeah, I didn't even know.
Yeah, but again, it all of a sudden turned into this whole political post, which is kind of unfortunate, to have like my kids there, like in a very happy, it's a really cool picture. Like we're super stoked about it, we're super happy about it, and then you just see, and it's like 90% of the comments are just like, you know, they're just basically turning it into a political post. And it's unfortunate, but yeah, but again, yeah, like Marcel said, right, the internet's gonna internet. And
Yeah.
again, Facebook, it's a different crowd, right? It really is. It's definitely going to be different than Instagram and
Eric
TikTok.
says Facebook is dead. And I think for the most part, it really kind of I'm never on it ever.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyways, yeah.
I'm
Hey,
only on there for the groups, right? Like every once in a while, I'll
yeah.
check in on the groups and all that stuff. But
Well, those
yeah,
people can go fuck off. But anyways, excuse my language. Hey, so this is a good question. Albert says, and this is the things that we kind of talk about. If Gabe, you want to rip off that one, Gabe and Michael, how do you both manage the feeling of overwhelm? Yeah, we definitely, especially when the space fills up. I've been hitting that wall lately and trying to be
uh,
decided on what stays and what goes. Gabe, I mean,
yeah,
Gabe
I think
has what's going. Tell him.
yeah, I think that's exactly. So I think Michael and I talked about this because, right, like my space is it's filled, like it's I'm done. Like in order for me to keep the same look and feel in this room,
Mhm.
I have to get rid of stuff because my room is kind of very spread out. It's very like on purpose, displayed. I didn't want to clutter because yeah, I could easily stick stuff like in there, right? I could stick little things here in the cabinets, and I could make stuff fit, but it'll take away from kind of the purpose of what I wanted to do with this. So
Mhm.
I get it frustrates me because I'm a collector. I'm not going to stop collecting, right? Every time something cool comes out, I want to get it. But then at the same time, I'm like, where's it going to go? Right. So
Yep.
now it's kind of like it's a good place to be because now you could really curate, or I could really curate my collection, right? I could really focus, kind of narrowing it down and making my collection like exactly the way I want it to be.
Yep.
Which is great because I'm not playing catch up, right? I think a lot of collectors that get into this hobby, and we saw it all along in 2020, 2021. We saw a lot of collectors jump on this trend to kind of start collecting, especially big stuff, right?
Yep.
Studio scale stuff, life size props, right? And there groups like this, right? Like shows like this, kind of caused this frenzy to kind of start collecting this stuff. And what ended up happening is a lot of people were trying to play catch up, right? They're trying to catch up to people that had complete collections already, which is hard, right? I mean, it's hard to catch up. So I feel like I'm fortunate enough that I don't need to play catch up because I've had my collection pretty much complete for years, right? I've had all my master replica stuff. I've had all the helmets that I've wanted. Like I was satisfied. But again, as a collector and as as new stuff starts coming out, I had to get it. But at least now I can be very
I have
selective.
to get it. I have to get it.
Right?
Okay, Gabe.
You
Yeah,
have to. I mean, that's just.
I know.
But I could be very selective about getting
Yeah.
it, and it makes me kind of get some self control too. That way I'm not just buying a bunch of crap. Like for example, I'll give you a perfect example. The and you might agree with me on the Bad Batch helmets.
Yeah.
Dude, we're all hyped up about those. You got them, I got them. A lot of people started getting them. We're like, oh man, these Bad Batch helmets are so cool, this and that. And it's like after I got them, yeah, they're cool. I displayed them, but then I'm like, man, like why did I do that? They're not original trilogy. They're part of the cartoons. Like I didn't have any attachment to them, and I immediately was like, I got to get rid of them. I don't
Yeah.
know why I got them. They take too much real estate. So,
And yet there
um,
might be somebody that just likes Bad Batch, right? That just collects the Bad Batch stuff, right?
right, and that's good for them. Like if you collect that stuff, great. But that's
Yes.
just not what I was going for, and I'm sure that's
Right.
not what you're going for either. So it's like
Yeah. And
we
that's the
get
thing, Albert. You need to. The biggest thing is Gabe and I are still, we still make the mistake of buying something because it's a. I don't want to say if it's a hype thing, Gabe, right? Or but we were just excited, or some of our other buddies got it and we're excited about it because, like the week way, I wasn't going to get it, and because it's expensive. I know there's a lot that goes into it, and I'm not saying it's not worth what it's being sold for, but it's a lot of money for a little piece, but yet, Gabe's getting it, and then I'm like, shit, and I have all the others, so it's like I got to get that. So that means that it's like I'm almost on board to buy the next 15 that come out, right, Gabe?
Yeah.
But there has to come a time to where we can just, if I could stop myself, it'd be I think the biggest thing for me is like kind of like Joseph, respectfully to Joseph, like, and I don't know if Joseph is listening right now, and it's no secret to Joseph, but Joseph is very frustrated. I mean, this guy pretty much built this huge home around his collection display, and he's really struggling on how he's going to display everything. And I've been trying to help him with it, but he's just got to get off the pot and get it done. But the bottom line is he's frustrated as hell because of this wonderful collection that all you guys just saw, and he wants to display it like it deserves to be displayed,
Yeah.
and he's struggling with it because, I mean, that's not even half of his
Like you
collection.
said, yeah, not even probably a third of his collection.
Yeah, and it sucks. So it's like it's
Right.
either you have the room like me. I have just my top gallery is a little over 3,000 square feet, and it was cluttered, and I just got it all cleaned out and moving things down. And you guys have seen these big, massive model ships that I have, so I'm having to build more room, and yet it's like, God, when is it going to stop?
Yeah.
Everybody's wanting to know when I'm building the life size Falcon. It's like
Yeah.
I need to. This restaurant has really helped me out, guys, because the
Spread
Wampa,
it.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, and it makes me feel good that I could almost have a good majority of the collection at the restaurant, and
Right.
just,
Yeah, and yeah, I think Frankie, you're right. I mean that is what happened, right? Again, I think
Mhm.
when these, when these types of like shows and these groups, started kind of becoming popular, especially like again during 2020. Yeah, people are like, I need to, I need to catch up. I need to,
Yeah,
get to that level or get, and unfortunately, I think I've seen a lot of beautiful collections that have some beautiful pieces
it just
that
looks like
look like trash. Like it just looks
yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like just a cluttered, room. And that's what I wanted to avoid at all costs. I was like, I'd rather sacrifice pieces,
yeah,
get, even if I have some strong attachment to it, I'd rather get rid of them than have a, a space that I'm not happy with,
yeah. I think our friend Jeff, Jeff, the addict, Star Wars
Yeah.
addict, same thing. He completely regrouped. I think he offed a bunch of pieces, and he redid a whole brand new gallery and set it up the way he wants it to be displayed. And I think figured out the things that he wanted to do. And yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
I
Now,
agree. Armando, less is more is probably
yeah.
the best saying in collecting than I can't even.
Well, and again, I think I'm a perfect example of that, right? Like this helmet display wall, it looks impressive, right? And on pictures, and it just looks
Oh, it's
big, right?
badass.
It's not, but if you really count them, right, there's only 16 helmets there. I mean, there's people with like, I mean, 50, I mean, more than 50 helmets. I mean,
75, 100
yeah,
helmets,
they collect all these helmets.
and they're
And
on the
there's really
ground.
only there's 20 helmets on this wall. And yeah, I mean it's still a lot. I'm not saying it's not a lot, but it's also not like crazy amounts,
Yeah,
the lightsabers. It's like, people are like, "Oh my god, how many lightsabers do you have?" Honestly, I probably only have maybe like 8 lightsabers maybe. I mean, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, no, like maybe like 12, 13 lightsabers. But still, I mean, that's not a huge amount. But because I display them so separately, so, very like, the spotlight has to be on each piece, it just makes it look like a cohesive display rather
yeah,
than a bunch of them just cluttered together.
right.
So, I think I appreciate a nice display
Yeah,
more than sometimes the pieces themselves, right?
I a million percent. And Armando, you're right when you say I love Gabe's discipline collection, because even though he does struggle and he does go outside the box every once in a while,
Yeah.
all in all, since I've known him, compared to my collecting and his collecting, he does stay within the boundaries. And I think his excuse is because he has to, right? So, but we all know that he's expanding.
Yeah, Lee's collection. It is. I love Lee's collection because
Yeah.
same thing, right? It's very clean. It's very like sleek. You know, it's very on purpose, right? Everything has its home. Everything is curated. Everything is nicely, separated, and
Yep.
and I think that's how it is. So I remember me and
However,
you.
it is in his whole house.
Right, he has the whole house to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he uses the whole house.
if my wife would let me, man, I'd have some pretty cool displays out there. Um, but me and you were talking about that about your space, right? Because your gallery, it was set up beautifully. I mean, you had it
Yeah.
nicely. Everything was separated. Everything nice. And then eventually, you started getting cluttered in there. You started getting
Yeah,
stuff.
I hated
And
it. I hated it.
once you, yeah, I remember we had that conversation where you're like, I'm frustrated, Gabe. Like I just don't like my display because everything's just everywhere. And
Yeah.
that's, I mean, I can't wait to see how you separate, how you do all your studio skills separately, because I think that's going to make a huge difference
Yeah.
to kind of separate at least those. And then your 6 scale world, I mean, I don't know what you're going to do with that,
Yeah.
but
And the thing is I love 6 scale. I have some kind of a weird thing about it, but it's not my passion like it is Matt's or Izzy or Joel, but I have I'm like, oh shit, I got to get a new figure comes out or whatever. But I've got so many on order, but I just don't have a place to you look at, guys, how much I put into. I've got 20 grand invested in the Jabba Palace, and it's with 30 custom figures and all
right,
the great work Jens did, and I don't. It's not even properly displayed right now. It's collecting dust, and it's about 85 to 90% done.
yeah.
So yeah, I just don't have the room.
Right. And again, I think Armando brings a good point. You notice a lot of collectors are selling stuff. And they did, right?
Yeah,
I see that too. And I think again it goes back to this trend that was happening, right? That a lot of people were going from, their figures to hot toys to statues to prop replicas to, and you know what I mean? And they kind of sped up really fast and they were just like boom, like I'm gonna just start collecting all the prop replicas that there are,
yeah,
and not realizing that these take a lot of space, right? And especially if someone going from collecting figures or hot toys to all of a sudden collecting life-size busts and life-size replicas, you got to understand one of those prop replicas is going to take the space of 5 of the figures, right? So unless you have the space to do it, it's almost pointless. I mean, I guess like Armando was saying, uh like to, oh no, not Albert was saying, to rotate them, right? To have a storage and then take some out, put some in, more like a museum. But I mean, that even that seems like a hassle.
Solo Fett says that he tells his wife every time there's a new package that, oh, I pre-ordered that. Hey,
That's what I'd say. That's mine.
that's exactly what I do.
What I'd say too. Like I ordered this like 2 years ago. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah. Man, are you kidding me? I've been waiting forever. Like the Vito that, and this is a perfect example.
Yeah,
It had like an almost gone or something. I got the sideshow,
yeah,
about the Godfather, guy, and Marlon Brando, and I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh, I gotta have it. I'll put it in the restaurant. But that's another thing. I'm limited on what I can do there too. I don't want it looking like crap.
All right.
But anyways, yeah, that's easy. That's
I think
funny.
in fact, that's why I'm on my laptop, right? Because before on this side, and I don't know if you guys can see. So on this side, I have like more display space, right? So I have the Boba Fett, I have like some blasters, lightsabers and things right there. But I used to have my computer there, with my camera all set up. But I'm like, at this point, I had to make that decision. I was like, that computer is taking up prime real estate that I can use, for some of these displays. I want to keep them off the floor. I could just do the show from my laptop, and it's, in fact, it's better because I could actually like move around with it. I could show people stuff, like, it it actually worked out better. But it
Yeah.
is a little annoying to, because I'm so used to, for the last almost 2 years, we've been running. Like doing
Yeah.
the show a certain way, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, I gotta kind of relearn how to show stuff.
Yeah, your room though has inspired so many people, Gabe, that don't even know about collection wars. It's crazy.
And
So,
again, it's about the presentation. I mean, I think it literally is half of it is because you can have, I don't want to say cheap because that's not the right word to use, but like you can have inexpensive like 3D printed stuff, but
mhm.
if you display it nicely, like it looks better than a super expensive screen use prop, all crappy in a little cheap
Yeah,
display, right?
yeah,
Like because most people don't really know the difference, and people are not really going to care about the
that's
difference.
right.
Not everyone's Star Wars fans like us, right? That they're going
That's
to
right.
actually
All of our
care.
viewers are pretty into that. They really dig this kind of setup.
Yeah, yeah,
I know that this show has inspired a
yeah,
shit ton of people. That's for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
No, I mean, and I try to do that too because I showed Jeff's collection too, like early on, even before even Collection Wars, right? I did that little video, and I showed Jeff's collection is actually, to me, I think was probably one of the most inspiring collections for a lot of new, like the vintage figure
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
because Jeff was one of the first to have that kind of
yeah. Way
display.
before the Padawan guy,
Oh,
and
wow. Yeah, yeah. And I
yeah,
think Jeff, and again, that's why I reached out to Jeff. I was like, hey, can I use your pictures in my video? Because I wanted to show what could be done, with spaces, right?
yeah.
And yeah, Jeff's collection is definitely, um, I'm sure it inspired a lot of people with those figures like that.
Very, very cool. Hey, Robin. Yeah, it's crazy. It's amazing.
Hey, Rob.
But there's just certain things, Gabe, that with like yours, like all your prop replica, all those weapons and stuff. I mean, those are very difficult to get now.
Eric came from the TikTok world.
Very cool.
Eric,
Hey,
Eric.
Eric, I used to make fun of Gabe when he first started doing that on this
Oh,
show. If you go back, you'll see me making fun of him several times, and now he's a
all
celebrity.
these guys, all these guys, they're like, oh yeah, like
Yeah,
just a bunch of 12-year-olds on there. I was like, dude, it's not like that anymore, man. Trust me. This is the future. This is where it's gonna go. Yeah.
yeah,
Scott,
Pedro. I agree with
this
that, Pedro.
inspired me to write the intro music. Yes, it did.
Yeah, it's badass, dude. And there isn't a time, Scott, that when this show comes on a Saturday, that I get tired of that damn song. Every single time, it's like hearing it for the first time. And
Absolutely.
thanks for keeping us original on that, Scott. Let's see here. Yeah.
Oh, Armando first saw my sideshow Rosy Cheeks video.
Oh, that's funny.
Hmm.
Hey, I have a question for Marcel. Marcel, I wonder, he's Marcel really um, respects studio scale models, and he's constantly blowing my phone up, asking me all these intricate questions about certain things. And I'm curious if Marcel has acquired any or has plans to acquire any studio scale models. It was cool talking to him the other night because I know he's working on the 3PO now.
Oh, speaking of studio models, while he answers, you know what I picked up? I picked
What's
up the T16 kit.
you
The one,
did?
yeah, the one that Jason was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're finally on sale, and they're super cheap. They're $150 for that kit.
Holy
So
crap!
so what I'm intending to do, I think Jason's on vacation, so I'm gonna wait for him so I can get the decals. But I'm just gonna take a crack at it. I mean, for
Good,
that
Gabe.
price,
I'm excited for you,
right?
brother.
Like, why not? Like, I'm gonna take a stab at it. Like I said, I've done multiple projects and I've painted, a bunch of stuff, and they've come out decent. So,
$150, bro.
yeah,
I can't even believe that.
yeah.
If you need some good photos, Gabe, even though I have them, but mine's kind of weathered up. Jason weathered mine. But if you want to like
I'm gonna do slight weathering. Yeah, and that's the good thing. I want to take a little bit because look, here's the thing. If I get Jason or this some of the model builders to build it, they'll make it accurate, right? They'll make it screen accurate and everything's cool. But I kind of want to take a little bit of liberty on there because I do want to weather it a little bit, and I do want to kind of chip it up a little bit. So
Yeah.
I'll try it. For that price, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, Marcel, you're welcome, man. That's real. I'm excited for you, Gabe, and I think that's something really cool to talk about when you build that because it's a perfect example of you've never really built a like that, you know?
Pedro, it's so I had the same question. You have to remember, really, the wings are only those little acrylic pieces. So it is the full kit because those wings do come there. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm kind of curious to put it together. I don't know how exactly that's gonna all work together, but yeah, from my understanding, it's the full thing. What are you
Gabe,
saying,
what
man?
I just sent you right now, if you want to show these, this because I said that we'd show that. So this right here is he's been jumping on Joseph's Slave One and the ET ship, but this is the latest. Little Greeblies and Jason Eaton helped out on some pieces on this. If you did, you get them?
Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna show them right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and just a heads up, guys. And I know, like, well, so ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, you're gonna see. Isn't that cool? I don't know
Man,
if I showed this one to Marcel or not. The one that I sent you first is the latest that he sent me yesterday of the paint. He's getting ready to start paint.
that one.
Yep. All the little greeblies are going on it now. See, it's getting full.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
can't wait to have that thing.
but yeah, man, it looks great. And so that's the one thing, Michael. Like, I was trying to avoid studio scale. Obviously, you guys know, like, so I have some studio scale, right? I have the master replica stuff,
Yep. Yep.
um the icons one that I got from Pete. I mean, there's small stuff, but
Yep.
honestly, the MYC probe droid, and obviously now the little escape pod, the ATST, like it really kind of, and again, I have this shuttle Tidarian coming, right? That's so
Yeah, I need that right there, man. I've been trying to get from Michael Planty, and if I'm
right.
not going to get his, because I need that still in my collection.
So yeah, man, I kind of got sucked in. I got sucked
Mhm.
into and again, I'm obviously not in on your, like, your level with like them doing all that, but I think for the price and what Michael's doing, I mean, you can't beat that, man. Like, you can't.
What's that? What do you mean?
Like the
Oh,
models.
well, Michael. Yes, yeah. I thought you were talking about yes. You can't
No,
beat
yeah,
it at
not
all.
you, Michael. Yeah, the other
Yeah,
Michael.
yeah. No, you're absolutely 1,000%.
Yeah, like, because I thought about it, because that's the one thing that was like, it was holding me back. I was like, well, first of all, space. I don't have space for it. Second is price, because talking to you and hearing and talking to Joseph, hearing these prices, I'm like, okay, it needs to be something like I have to really like pace myself, because again, that's a really dangerous
Hmm.
hobby to get into, for your
Yeah,
bank account. So I was like, I really want to be selective. I really want to be picky, with those. But then again, Michael over at MYC starts doing these beautiful, statue models, whatever you want to call them, and they're affordable. Like, you
they're
can't,
available.
and they're available, and
Yeah, that's
you
the
just,
biggest thing is being able to get that stuff, and
yeah.
you know,
So you know, we'll see, but what's it? Get prepare for a lot of resin sand. Oh, trust me, I built my R2, and because I don't know whoever's familiar with the R2 builders and all that process. So a lot of the times the aluminum parts are the hardest parts to get, just because there's only certain runs and everyone jumps on the runs like as soon as somebody posts something. You know, whenever someone posts something for sale, it's like boom. If you're not there within the first 5 minutes, they're gone. So I ended up going with a lot of resin parts as fillers until I was getting the aluminum parts. So I got pretty good at working with resin and cleaning it up and painting it and all that stuff. So trust me, yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, but at the same time, I expect to be that T16 is going to be some work. So
Yeah, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of sanding involved in that one though, because the person that puts those models together, they're done where there's not a lot of prep.
yeah, I think the only thing is the little pieces they
Yeah.
come in a sheet, so you do have to kind of like I
Have
mean
you
I
already
think
looked? Have you got it yet?
no, I saw the pictures, but you could tell like there it's pretty transparent. Like it looks like it's probably very thin piece or like thin coat,
It was through
but still,
John, right?
but
It's
you're
John
still
that
gonna
sells them, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
I
still
want,
gonna have to do some sanding, but yeah, I'm okay with it. Like I said, I'm ready. I'm ready for
you
them.
need any detailed pictures, just let me know.
Appreciate that.
I'm
Yeah,
excited to see what you do with that.
yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, I figured like it's my favorite ship. I might as well just and you know how I am sometimes too. I'm very picky. I'm very like so. If once I start it, I get very obsessive about making it look.
yes. Well, that brings up a perfect point from Armando right now. He says, "What are you going to do about the stand?"
So I know Jason was thinking about doing, some like the metallic ones with the little ball, so it
Yeah.
matches. Because I want the A New
Isn't
Hope.
it gold? They're like gold.
Yeah, yeah. So I really was thinking about that. I might do something like a makeshift one where I just get some parts and then just put them together until
Hmm.
I find something a little bit more durable. Or if Jason decides to do that, I might pick one of those up. But yeah, I basically I want it to be a prop replica, not necessarily a studio scale model, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in order
And
to do that,
Pedro,
I
I'm
do
sorry
need.
to cut you off, Gabe.
Oh no,
Pedro,
no.
no, Salzo did not,
No.
doesn't cast those.
Mhm.
If you're talking about the T16, it's cast by a gentleman, John. Is it John Geigel?
John Geigel, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. He did the, also, the ion cannon as well.
yeah.
So Jason Eaton does the pattern
Hmm.
and all the parts and ships those, and Geigel does goes in to cast them.
Yeah,
So and very reasonable on his pricing.
yeah.
It's like I don't even know how he's making money to be honest with you. So
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. Like you end up doing a lot of the work, the back end work. I and you know what? Tell you the truth, I'm probably going to end up spending more time researching than anything because what I probably want to. I mean, obviously the colors, right?
yeah.
Even though it seems like it's pretty simple, I'm sure it's not going to be as simple to find the right colors.
Are you going
Um,
to use an air? What do you call that? Those little paint. What do you
yeah,
air?
the airbrush, yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah. Are you going to use that? Have you ever used one of those?
yeah, but I'm not the best at it because I
I'm not
don't
either.
know
I'm not
I
either.
don't know how to like dilute it properly. So
Yeah,
then I always get frustrated and I always just go back to a rattler.
yeah.
But
Airbrush.
but we'll see because this one does have some fine lines. I
Hmm.
probably do have to go airbrush, and I want to get the equivalent of the flow quill paint, or if I could find a vintage flow quill, that'd be great. But or just the equivalent of it, and just really get the
Yeah,
the color right.
yeah. You can find really good airbrushes at like Hobby
Yeah.
Lobby and for five
Well,
hundred bucks. And there's good tutorials on how to use
Well,
that
even
stuff.
on Amazon, I've seen some for like $100 because
Oh
I
wow.
really I only need it for obviously just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for
And then
for
once you
this.
get good at it, then you can start investing in really good ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Archive X. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Archive X. I originally when I was doing the Diagostini Falcon. So I remember the Diagostini. I mean, I got to about probably 90%. Like it was probably built out almost. It
I
just needed.
forgot you did that.
Yeah. I built that whole thing, and I was almost ready for paint. That's kind of where I was, um, when I found the master replica one. So then I kind of abandoned that project. But yeah, I was gonna do the Archive X paints because they've done a lot of research. So why not just follow their research, right? Oh, Benjamin says you recommend. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's low investment. It's a fun project.
Yeah. And that's Gabe's favorite ship too. He loves that thing. I remember
Yeah,
you when I first met him, you wanted that model.
yeah. But nobody was making
Eight to
a
ten
kit.
grand.
Well, yeah, because there was no kit, right? It would all have to
Dude, I
be
can't
held
believe
with.
that was $150. Would you have bought it for 350?
Yeah,
I know, dude. That's what I'm saying. So it's crazy. You
but
guys
but
like pick that
but when
up.
you really look at it, like I said, it's very minimal parts, because like, right, I mean, really, like the wings is just a
Yeah.
solid,
Yeah.
right, just a solid piece of resin,
Yep.
and then just the way you kind of line them up to make the little triangle.
Yep.
you know,
Thanks for all the info, guy, on the airbrush stuff. That's cool.
you yeah, and the dilution, that's the part that I have to figure that out, right? Is it like
Mhm.
you dilute it? I, I I'll play around with it, obviously, before I jump in. But yeah. But hey, Michael, so today, obviously we're at the almost at the 2 hour mark.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I have my parents are here. They're
Yeah.
out of town, so they're gonna be here. So I didn't want to. I want to, hang out with them for a little
For sure.
while.
For
So,
sure.
um,
Well, thanks for showing up in your suit and being all professional. I'm all late, I feel like I'm like a
I,
little guy.
I had to make up for my tank top.
And
Apparently,
tattoos to let them know that you can clean up. Good job.
I can. That you can hire me as your attorney if need be, or you could hire me as your tattoo artist if you also need
Isn't that the craziest thing?
me. Right? It's all
Yeah.
right. That's
Yeah, he
uh,
did a really good when we were at Celebration. Gabe took me in the bathroom and gave me a couple nipple piercings. What the fuck? I'm just kidding. Uh,
Michael. What did you? You can't be joking around like that. With these guys, you already know what's gonna
I
happen.
know they're gonna
Oh man!
string
But at
me up
least,
for a comment like
but
that.
at least we got a little bit of this.
Prepare to make the jump to light speed.
They're getting closer.
Oh, yeah? Watch this.
Watch what?
Oh, that's great, man. I love you, buddy. You
Oh
guys
man!
are awesome, man. Well, yeah, Gabe, will you get to your family and it's been another great night. I'm glad we were able to hop on twice this week. That was fun. And
Yeah,
thank you guys for joining us the other day too.
yeah, yeah. That was definitely fun. Yeah, lots of good and Andor talk. So
Yeah, man, it
guys,
was
if
fun.
you guys missed out on that, go check that out.
Yeah, it was
Um,
fun. Hey, and
yeah.
before we get off, I just want to say that I had a gentleman named goes by the name of David in France reached out to me today, and he has an amazing vintage collection, and he wants to he enter. There's a gentleman who I'm going to be talking to on Monday. So me and him are talking back and forth. He's like Marseille, and we just
Yeah.
can't understand each other. But long story short, they put together this amazing Star Wars vintage book, and Gus
Oh,
Lopez
nice.
is in there. But check this out, it's really cool. So when you're going through this toy collection, this
Mhm.
vintage book of Star Wars, you can take your iPhone. You know how you do with those little the barcodes.
Yeah, the
You
QR.
yeah, you could. It has that on every single toy in there, and you can go with the and you click on that
Hmm.
and it goes to a YouTube channel and you can watch the video on that particular toy.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
Clever. That's really smart of them.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before, but we're gonna
Yeah.
have that guy on our show.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, well, things are settling down. Obviously, my
Yeah.
mom passed a month ago, but now we're gonna get back on getting some really cool guests. And I know a lot of you guys have been patiently waiting to see Lee's collection,
Yeah.
and he's on board now to show everybody. I know you guys have seen some sneak peeks, but maybe actually next weekend we can do a show his great collection.
Absolutely.
So, all right, man. So
Cool, brother. Well, it was great hanging out
yes,
again, and thank you everybody. It was a great show.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
big turnout today. So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you guys for jumping on and joining, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Absolutely. You guys enjoy your Sunday tomorrow.
Yeah, bye guys.
All right. Good night.